The old house stood on a hill, a dark shape against the gray sky. It had been empty for years, and my friends Jess and Tom and I thought it would be a great adventure to explore. We were always looking for excitement, for a challenge. The front door creaked open with a push, revealing a world of dust and shadows. Sunlight struggled through grimy windows, painting long, eerie stripes across the floorboards. The air was thick and musty, smelling of damp wood and forgotten memories. We stepped inside, our hearts thumping with a mix of fear and pure, unadulterated curiosity. This was our kind of exploration.
Almost immediately, we heard it. A strange, rhythmic sound. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't the house settling. It was a soft, slithering whisper, like dry leaves being dragged across a stone floor. The sound seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once, echoing through the empty rooms.
Jess grabbed my arm, her eyes wide. "What was that?" she whispered, her voice barely a breath. Tom, ever the brave one, just raised an eyebrow, a small smile playing on his lips. "Sounds like our adventure is just getting started," he said, trying to sound confident, but I could see the tension in his shoulders.
We moved slowly through the grand hallway, our footsteps muffled by the thick layer of dust. The slithering sound grew louder, more distinct. It was a chilling symphony of scrapes and hisses, a sound that made the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Every creak of a floorboard, every rustle in the walls, sent a jolt of adrenaline through me. This wasn't just an old, empty house. Something was alive in here with us. Something was moving. We were no longer just explorers. We were intruders, in a place that had a secret, and that secret was very much awake.
Our mission changed in that instant. We had to find the source of that sound. Was it a rat? A family of birds? Or something else entirely? The curiosity was overwhelming, a powerful force that pushed back against our growing fear.
We were a team, and we worked best when we had a mystery to solve. We fanned out, checking the downstairs rooms one by one. The kitchen was a wreck, with broken plates and rusted pans. The living room was filled with furniture covered in white sheets, like silent ghosts. And all the while, the slithering continued, a constant, unsettling presence that followed us from room to room. "It's coming from upstairs," Tom declared, pointing towards a wide, sweeping staircase that led into darkness.
He was right. The hissing and scraping were definitely clearer from that direction. The thought of climbing those stairs into the unknown was terrifying. What could be making that much noise? My mind raced with possibilities, each one more frightening than the last. But we had to know. We were a team of adventurers, and turning back was not in our nature. We had to face whatever was lurking in the shadows above. My heart was a drum beating against my ribs, a wild rhythm of fear and excitement.
"Okay, let's stick together," I said, taking the lead. "Jess, you stay between us. Tom, watch our backs." We moved as a unit, a tight formation against the darkness.
Each step on the creaking staircase was a gamble. The wood groaned under our weight, protesting our intrusion. The slithering sound became a steady, deep rumble now, vibrating through the floor. It sounded big, really big. With every step upwards, the air grew colder, and the musty smell was replaced by something else, something earthy and animal. It was the scent of a predator's den.
At the top of the stairs, we found a long, dark corridor lined with closed doors. The noise was loudest from the room at the very end.
"In there," Jess whispered, her voice trembling. "It's definitely in there." The door was slightly ajar, a black slit in the gloom. The hissing was so loud now it was almost deafening, a chorus of sinister whispers that promised danger.
We crept forward, our trainers making no sound on the dusty floorboards. I felt a primal fear, the kind your ancestors felt when they faced a saber-toothed cat. But my training, my experience, took over. I had to stay calm. I had to be ready for anything.
"On three," Tom mouthed, holding up his fingers. "1, 2.
He didn't get to 3. A loud thump from inside the room made us all jump. It sounded like something heavy had just fallen. The slithering stopped. Silence. The sudden quiet was even more terrifying than the noise had been. What was happening? Was it waiting for us? I took a deep breath, my hand on the doorknob. This was it. The moment of truth. We had to see what was inside. We had to face the creature in the darkness. I braced myself, turned the knob, and pushed the door open. The room was a nursery. A dusty cot stood in the corner and faded animal wallpaper peeled from the walls. But that's not what held our attention. In the center of the room, coiled in a massive pile, was a snake. It was a reticulated python, a giant of the serpent world, and it was not alone. The entire floor was a writhing mass of smaller pythons, their scales glistening in the dim light. It was a nest, a giant snake nest in the middle of an abandoned nursery. We had found the source of the noise. It was the sound of dozens, maybe hundreds of snakes slithering over each other.
"Whoa," Tom breathed, taking a step back. "That is incredible."
Jess was frozen, her face pale. I couldn't blame her. The main python was huge, easily 6 meters long and as thick as my thigh. Her head, the size of a small dog's, lifted slowly. her forked tongue flicking out to taste the air. She was a mother, guarding her young. These snakes weren't aggressive, just protective. They were probably as scared of us as we were of them. But a scared, 6-meter python is one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. We had stumbled into a very, very dangerous situation.
Suddenly, a small whimper came from the corner of the room, from behind the cot. We all turned. Peeking out was a small, terrified face. A child, a little boy, no older than 7, was hiding there. He must have wandered into the house and gotten trapped by the snakes. The mother python turned her head towards the sound, her body tensing. This changed everything. It wasn't just an exploration anymore. This was a rescue mission. We had to get that little boy out, and we had to do it without anyone getting hurt, including the snakes.
Okay, new plan, I said in a low, calm voice. Tom, Jess, don't make any sudden moves. The mother is just being defensive. She sees us as a threat to her babies.
My mind was racing, formulating a strategy. We needed a diversion. We needed to handle this with precision and care. I had handled big snakes before, but never in a situation this delicate, with a frightened child in the room. The mother python watched us, her unblinking eyes tracking our every tiny movement. The air was thick with tension. One wrong move could be disastrous for all of us. My first priority was to get the boy.
Jess, talk to him. Keep him calm, I instructed quietly. Tom, I need your jacket. Slowly. We're going to create a visual barrier.
Tom carefully took off his jacket and handed it to me. The mother python hissed, a low warning rumble as I moved. I held the jacket in front of me like a shield, moving with deliberate, non-threatening slowness towards the cot. My focus was absolute. I blocked out the fear, the hissing, the sheer number of snakes, and concentrated on the task. The boy was crying silently, tears streaming down his face. I reached the cot and knelt down, keeping the jacket between me and the mother snake.
Hey mate, I whispered to the boy. We're gonna get you out of here, just stay right behind me. I slowly guided him out from behind the cot. Meanwhile, Tom had started to gently herd some of the smaller snakes towards the open window using a long piece of fallen wood. It was a brilliant move, creating a path for us. The large python was confused, her attention divided between me, the boy, and the movement of her young. It was the opening we needed. Inch by inch, we backed out of the room. I kept the jacket up, never breaking eye contact with the mother. Tom and Jess were right behind me, guiding the boy.
Once we were in the hallway, we didn't run. We walked quickly and quietly down the stairs and out the front door, into the fresh, clean air. The boy's parents were outside, frantic with worry. They had called for help when their son had gone missing. The relief on their faces when they saw him was immense. They hugged him tightly, thanking us over and over again. We had done it. We got him out safely.
After ensuring the boy was okay, my team and I went back, this time with proper equipment. We spent the rest of the afternoon carefully and respectfully catching every single snake, from the giant mother to her smallest babies. We relocated them to a suitable, safe habitat far away from the town. The house was finally empty and safe. Standing outside as the sun set, we felt a profound sense of accomplishment. We had faced a truly terrifying situation, worked as a team, and turned a dangerous encounter into a successful rescue. It was a reminder that even the deadliest creatures deserve respect, and sometimes, the greatest adventures are the ones where you get to help.